Today I'm going to be talking about 6 reasons why you may not be losing weight. So the first reason you may not be losing weight is because you're underestimating how many calories you're consuming. This is especially a problem for people that are trying to lose fat intuitively and aren't advanced, so they don't really know what they're doing. But this also happens for people that do track their calories and macronutrients, since most people don't track every single thing that they put into their bodies. So this could happen when you eyeball especially higher calorie foods like nutrient dense foods like nuts and oils and desserts. It could also happen for things like when you're sharing a meal with someone, or you grab a bite of your friend's food or your significant other's food, or maybe you're adding on condiments and you don't measure it out. So while those few extra calories for that meal may not seem like a big deal, over the course of a day or a week, those calories do add up and could end up being a few hundred or a few thousand calories, which could offset your calorie deficit for the week and lead to you not making progress that you want. Another issue is that sometimes people are really good with their diets throughout the week, but then on the weekends they end up binging, going out with friends, eating way above their caloric needs. What this does is it could completely offset your entire calorie deficit throughout the week, or really put you back on the deficit that you worked so hard for throughout the week. So the second reason you may not be losing weight is because you're overestimating how many calories you're burning. A lot of the total daily energy expenditure calorie calculators often have settings for different activity levels like moderate or high or low, and people often select higher levels than they should. It's better to err on the side of caution and choose the lower levels, and if you're losing weight too fast, you could always increase calories. Usually when you're in a diet, you have lower energy, so what happens is you start cutting down reps, or you're not able to do as many reps when you're working out, or you're not able to run as long, and then you start cutting down sets and your workout gets shorter, and overall you're burning off less calories. The cardio machines often overestimate how many calories as well, so even though you may think you're burning off like 900 or 1,000 calories in that half an hour session, there's a good chance you're probably not. So your workouts usually start getting shorter or less intense, and you're burning off less calories since you're not working out as hard. You also expend less energy throughout the day, and I believe there are actually studies that show that people who are on diets tend to start moving around less, and so you're burning off less energy not only while you're exercising but throughout the day as well. Realize that you may be overestimating how many calories you're really burning throughout the day just moving around, or even when you're exercising. So overestimating your calorie burn or underestimating your calorie intake both lead me to the third reason why you're not losing weight, and that's because you're not being honest with yourself. And this is a reason I highly recommend having measurable markers that you can use to track your progress. So things like tracking your calorie intake and your macronutrient ratios, I think, is very important, especially for people that aren't really advanced and haven't been doing this for years. I highly recommend you take your body weight every day and then average that over the week, since there could be daily fluctuations, and then seeing how you progress from week to week. I also recommend taking progress pictures to see how far you're progressing visually, but also to be reminded of how much progress you made and stay motivated when the dieting gets hard. You can also start taking measurements of like your hips, arms, thighs, and other areas. This isn't necessary, but it is helpful. And it's fun to see how your body's changing more objectively than simply progress pictures. It is also nice if you have a friend that's skilled with calipers to measure your body fat percentage and track how this is changing over the weeks. But this isn't necessary at all, and it's just something that's nice and another marker that you can use to measure your progress and cater your dieting program and tweak it to improve your performance and your progress. The fourth reason why you may not be losing weight is you're not adjusting your calories and your macronutrients accordingly as you start losing weight. So as you get further into your diet, you're starting to burn less calories off while you're exercising, you're burning less calories off throughout the day, you're eating less food, and your metabolic rate is going to be slowing down. And you're just a smaller person in general. So your BMR is going to decrease, your total daily energy expenditure is going to decrease, and what you need to do is tighter down your calorie and macronutrient intake as the diet progresses and your progress starts slowing down to make sure that you can sustain the progress that you're aiming for. So what I like to do is keep my protein moderate and then cut down my fats and my carbs. And you have to play with this, but usually you only have to cut down your calories 100, 200, maybe 300 calories to start seeing progress again if you have been seeing progress and your progress is starting to slow down. So the fifth reason why you may not be losing weight is because you're not taking diet breaks and refeeds. So refeed is a day or two during the week where you up your calories to around maintenance, and usually you'll eat more carbs. And a diet break is kind of similar, where you eat around maintenance for about a week or two, and again you'll up your carbohydrates. And with diet breaks and refeeds, you'll be taking more nutrients into your body, restoring some of those nutrient levels. You'll be having a mental and psychological break, so it helps you persevere through the diet once you get back onto it. It could help raise your metabolism a little bit. It allows you to have some fun throughout your diet. Maybe you can go out and eat out with friends then. And overall, it's a way and a time period for your body to recuperate from the stresses of dieting. I would highly recommend using the diet breaks and refeeds more so when you need it and not as an excuse to cheat on your diet. And also make sure you limit your calories to rely on maintenance so you're not having a huge surplus, so you're not undoing all the hard work that you put in over the past few weeks. So diet breaks and refeeds can be a great way to jumpstart your progress again, especially if you're feeling really sluggish and your progress is slowed down. The sixth and final reason why you may not be losing weight is because you're not enjoying the process. So with time and consistency, you will see results, and it may take longer than you expected. For a lot of people, actually, this is true, since most people overestimate how much muscle they have and underestimate how much fat they have. So learning to tolerate the process and maybe even enjoy the process, perhaps make it a game where you're trying to better yourself and grow into a stronger version of yourself. These things really help with the diet, and people that learn to enjoy the slog and the grind of the diet usually end up sticking to the diets more. They feel better overall psychologically, and often they're able to have better results during the dieting phase. So those are 6 reasons why you're not losing weight or you're not losing fat. Let me know down below if you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Give this video a thumbs up. Share with your friends who may not be making enough progress on their diets. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, you only have one life, so make the most of it. Take care.